like to introduce myself. I don't believe that we have ever met. I think that we could hit it off so well. Let me paint a picture, you and me together. I'd like to introduce myself.
Man, welcome back, guys, to another episode of Life with Rojo. I'm Mark.
I'm Austin.
And man, today we have a very special guest, and Austin even had to get up early this morning.
We did.
This is our first time recording early in the morning. Normally we do afternoons or evenings, but to accommodate our special guest, all the way from Israel, our buddy Dror is joining us. So welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, man, this guy, I actually learned about him by following his Instagram, the Holy Locust. And, there's a lot of interesting aspects of it, which we're going to be getting into today. But I've also find it just, phenomenal that we have an opportunity to learn a little bit about what it's like in Israel. That's a place I've always wanted to go, but never had the opportunity to. So we're going to learn a little bit firsthand the wonderful parts of it, some of the challenging parts of it, and we're going to have a good time on this journey. So we appreciate you coming on, man. And if you could give us just a real quick intro about yourself.
Well, it's a pleasure being here. It's getting a little bit later here in Israel. And to give you a little bit of background, I was born in a kibbutz. If you are familiar with this concept, kibbutz is a small village that lives as a community.
Yes.
My grandfather was the chairman of that kibbutz. He established two food companies. One is called Gal'am, which is today the largest corn processor in Israel. And then he established a second company called Ambar, which is today the largest feed producer in Israel.
Wow.
So he was the real entrepreneur in our family. And my grandmother was the cook of the kibbutz. So you can understand that industry, food, and agriculture are running in my veins. One of the stories that they used to tell me as a very young boy was about the 1950s in Israel. Israel suffered from food insecurity and also from locust swarms flying in from Africa and destroying the crops. The kibbutz members used to run to the fields to scare the locust away, save the crops. And then they met other Jews, Yemenite and Moroccan Jews, coming to the same fields to collect and eat the locust. So at the age of 4 or 5, I realized that locusts are food for many people around the world and that they are the only kosher insect mentioned in the Bible. So that's a little bit history about me and locust. But for the past 20 years, I've been an entrepreneur mainly in food and nutrition. I dealt with obesity prevention and in a startup called Plate My Meal. And about 10 years ago, I learned about the protein challenge around the world, remembered my childhood story, went to Google to learn a little bit more about locusts because I'm an accountant by profession. I know nothing about insects. And I learned that this is an amazing creature. It is nature's most efficient protein source, 72% complete protein packed with essential macronutrients such as omega-3, iron, zinc, B12, and more. Highly sustainable, about 100 times more efficient to produce than beef. And it is the most widely eaten insect in the world. Over 1 billion people across Asia, Africa, Central America, and the Middle East have grasshoppers, locusts on their diet.
Wow.
And the last part, as I mentioned, it is the only insect that is mentioned as kosher.
That's neat. I didn't realize that. And so, even though I'm a Christian here in America, we eat biblically clean as well. So that's good to know. So maybe I'll have my wife prepare some locusts one night. See how what she thinks about that.
I can ship you some locust powder and great recipes. We have a great locust ramen.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Easy
Now,
to make.
right. Now, when you eat locust, you put some hot sauce on it or anything, or you just eat it plain?
Well, that's an interesting question. First, I'm not the person eating the locust. If you should ask the other 1 billion people that do.
Right.
When they eat them, usually they just fry them in a pan, add a little bit of oil and salt, and that's it. They love them
Okay.
as they are. If you go to Uganda, they use some fried onion with it. And if you go to Saudi Arabia, they just fry it they bake it on open fire. That's it. So it's clean, the animal as it is. It is considered a delicacy. How much do you pay for 1 pound of beef at your closest supermarket? 1 pound of beef.
Oh man, it's gone up a lot too.
Yeah, but high quality beef. Give me a high number.
Yeah.
At least for 1 pound, I'm thinking at least 10 to 12 bucks. And some
Sounds
places.
expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's probably lower end. Like you
yeah.
like
Okay, so
sometimes if I'm getting a ribeye steak, you know, it could be $18 a pound.
let's say 20. You know what? Let's go for $20 per pound for a great premium steak. What's the price of 1 pound of locust in Saudi Arabia? Higher or lower?
I'm thinking lower.
Yeah, we say
$200 per pound.
Wow.
That's a delicacy for you.
Yeah. 200 a pound.
I was
In
like,
My
Japan, it's about
goodness.
100. So you can understand that if you just take away the perception issue, for some people, this is a delicacy. Now, the problem is not only the demand, it's the main problem is supply. Supply is based on collection in the wild, which is limited to about 4 weeks a year. You need to have a locust swarm flying in order to collect and sell that in the market. So you don't get that much.
Oh, okay.
And this is where the technology we developed fits in. We developed a completely closed environment that enable us to farm locust year round at a high efficiency. So we can produce any day, anywhere around the globe, as many locusts as you want.
wow.
Wow, that's
That was the
interesting.
first step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, with you, I know that the Holy Locust brand, you know, you have protein powders, energy bars, and you sell the whole locusts.
Correct.
So, is that something that y'all manufacture, or do you work through somebody for the manufacture of that?
Well, when we started the company 10 years ago, the main business model was B2B. We are going to be the farmers. We will farm the locust. We will collect them at the end. Collection means reducing the temperature. They fall asleep, and then we freeze them. And we can sell them frozen. We can sell them dried. We just oven dry them. Or in a powder form, we take the whole animal, we grind it into powder, and you get high quality protein powder. And we believe that the food manufacturers will take this high quality protein ingredient and they will use it in a variety of food products. We even demonstrated what you can do with it. We developed prototypes of burgers, sausages, milk, cheese, bakery products, pasta sauce, gummies as supplements, and many, many more. And when the corporates experimented with the ingredient, they said, wow, it's amazing. The taste, the nutritional content, everything is great. But who's going to buy it first? Show us you can move the product. You can sell the product in the market. So it's what we call the locust and the chicken question. And they said, show us you can sell the products, then we are on board. So we started experimenting and analyzing which niche in the market we can identify the early adopters. So we started, of course, with sports nutrition. That's the perfect protein for athletes. And we also looked into nutritional supplements. But in those two categories, in order to have marketing claims, you have to have clinical trials backing all the claims. This costs a lot of money and takes a long time. We didn't have both. So we believe that we will have great products for those categories. We're not ready to launch products in those categories yet. We looked into using the locust as a functional ingredient for the meat industry. Because when you add a little bit, just 2% locust to a chicken patty, it turns the product into a great beef burger in terms of color, texture, and taste.
Wow.
So it's and you can reduce by about a third the meat content in the product, thanks to that. So it's a great product, but we are not burgers producers. We are just selling the ingredients. So, and again, the manufacturer said, okay, show us you can sell the product first, but we don't have the product. And And then something really interesting happened. When we served samples of the products, all kinds of products, the whole Locust or energy bars, to consumers in Israel, they usually they said yuck. Over 90% of them said yuck. It's disgusting. We're not going to eat it. But then the first question they asked was, is it kosher? And in order to get into all kinds of food manufacturing facilities in Israel, you have to be kosher. And although locusts are mentioned kosher in the Bible, it's not enough for the food to be kosher, because you also need to have a tradition. And that tradition was almost lost. The last time a Jewish population consumed locusts was, in my story, in the 1950s. We did not have any supply of locusts since. So I've been working with leading rabbis in Israel for 3 years, convincing the National Rabbinate of Israel to revive this lost tradition. And after 3 years of work, they agreed, and they issued the first kosher permit in 2,000 years. And that's only for locusts that comes out of my farm.
That's
That's
great,
the only
man.
kosher insect in the world.
Wow.
And on those events, tasting events, when I offered a taste, people asked me, is it kosher? I told them, you know what? Actually, it is, because we just revived that tradition. And said, you know what? I want to try it, and I want to buy some and take it to my family. So I said, this is really interesting. It's completely different than what I planned, but I should go back and read some books. I started with the Bible, I moved to the New Testament, and I learned that John the Baptist used to eat locusts and honey.
Right.
Yes.
And I read the Quran, and I learned that Muhammad and his followers were eating also locust. It is the only halal insect, halal permitted insect.
Right.
And I went back and I said, okay, I'm going to try something else. That was back in 2019, just before COVID hit. I went to 2 Christian conferences that were held in Israel. I took a booth and I brought a gummy, honey-flavored gummy with locust protein as a supplement.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that, it became a hit.
Wow.
Instead of getting all the yuck, people were gathering, asking for the gummy. And then they got so excited from trying it, they said, okay, can I try the whole locust now? Luckily for me, I always carry a jar of whole locust with me. So we started offering those locusts, and people got super excited about it. But then COVID hit and everything changed, and we had to postpone all the plans.
Yeah.
Now,
The
2
locust
years
gummy.
ago,
That sounds intriguing to me. You keep saying
Yeah.
it's locust gummy. Like, I could see myself taking some locust gummies, like
Abs-
keeping in my car after the gym and popping a couple of them in there for some protein.
exactly, because you don't think about it. First, you enjoy the story, but then it becomes a habit. And this is how we actually revive. And when we looked at it, I decided 2 years ago to move to a completely different path and just focus on this B2C, direct to consumer approach. And I decided to focus on the North American market and offer the opportunity to Jewish and Christian consumers an opportunity to enjoy, to take part in the revival of a lost biblical food. Now, I started with the energy bars. Gummies are not that easy to produce. It's a little bit challenging. We produced a few batches. We sold everything, but decided to focus on the energy bars, but because it's easier to start with. We also added a chocolate protein shake, which is delicious. It tastes like Nesquik. And then I started getting a lot of emails from Christian consumers in the US saying, listen, you got us so excited about the locust. We want the real deal. We want the whole locust. We want to experience what John the Baptist did. So we came up with this. This is a jar of whole locust, ready to eat, nothing added, just 100% locust, the natural flavor of oven-dried locust, and that's it. And that's the #1 selling product in the US.
Really?
Could you believe that?
Wow.
That
I
is
never thought that I'm going to sell whole locust just dried, ready to eat in the US. It's
as an
not
American,
even deep fried.
Right.
as an American, I can agree with that. I would think it would not be the whole locust. I would think the protein shake or the protein bar would be.
I agree.
Yeah.
But the market, that's market demand.
Well, I love the fact that you always have some dry locust with you. Like I keep like exercise shoes and shorts in my car, but you always have dry locust.
Well, first, I'm running on a daily basis, so I always have
Right.
shorts and shoes. Always. Every day, 4:30 a.m., I'm out running. I'm starting
Right.
with the 7-8 miles run every day.
Nice.
So I absolutely agree with what you're doing. And next thing is I need to have a little bit of protein, so I'm ready with that as well.
Right. Well, in America, you said that the dry locust are the number one thing that you sell, and you actually sent us some.
Yeah.
So, I think right now is a good time, Austin. We're gonna try it out. Okay.
You know,
So,
We're both gonna try one out, right?
you know that
You're trying this out too.
yeah.
you know that the Jewish people, before they eat, they pray, they bless the food.
Okay.
Now there are two specific blessings for locust. The one is when you eat something like locust, you bless what we say "She'akol niya bidvaro," which means everything was done by God's voice. But since we are reviving a lost biblical food, there is a special blessing that is called "Shechianu ve'gianu lazman hazeh," which means that we arrived and survived to reach this time. And that is part of a revival of a lost biblical food.
Oh, I like that.
I went to a Mexican wedding recently, and I learned in Mexico, and other South American countries, they eat crickets.
No,
And-
grasshoppers,
Oh,
chapulines.
grasshoppers.
It's the same. It's the locust, the same thing. Chapulines. It's a national delicacy in Mexico. Yes,
It's
you
a
are
lot
correct.
smaller though. They were a lot
Yes.
smaller.
And-
but I
And you
tried
can
one.
find them in September and October when it's the season.
So the grasshopper and the locust then are pretty much the same thing or very similar, or
There are about 10,000 species of grasshoppers around the world. When they swarm and change their physical appearance and their metabolism and social behavior, they are called locusts. There are 14 species of locusts around the world. So
Oh.
every locust is a grasshopper. Not every grasshopper is a locust. So the Mexican guy is a grasshopper. It's not a locust.
Okay.
Chapulines.
Yeah, I tried that. It was a lot smaller and it was spicy
Oh.
and crunchy. I'm looking at this. This little baby's a little bit bigger.
But you know, when you try them in Mexico, usually they use chili and lime and guacamole
Right.
next to it. Now you're eating the real deal.
Yeah.
It's harder.
Yeah. Well, and now
I
when
join you.
yeah.
Yeah, you need to join us.
Now, do you go head first or wings first?
I'm cheating. I have a smaller one with no wings.
Oh,
Oh, well,
No,
that's
I'll tell you something about the wings. First you can eat the whole thing. 100% of the animal is edible. However, the wings get stuck in your teeth. The texture of the wing is not that nice, so you can actually remove the wings. It's simple. You can just take off the wings.
we'll eat the wings. No, we can eat the wings.
I know that some people eat the wings, some don't.
Oh, we can eat the wings.
Okay, we'll eat the wing.
All right.
So this is our first.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's not bad.
It's really not that bad.
What's the taste like?
I can't think. I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, that's tough to put a little bit of aftertaste. Still coming.
What does it taste like?
I don't know what taste.
It tastes like something,
it's
though.
airy.
Well, most people say that it tastes like sunflower seeds.
That's it.
I can see that a little bit. Yeah,
That's exactly what I was trying to think. I was like, it tastes like something.
and I do like sunflower seeds.
You just need a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
I think that's what's missing. Another thing is, if you smell the whole locust, if you grind it as well, main flavors are cocoa and coffee, pecans and mushrooms.
So
Umami.
you said sunflowers. I definitely taste that. But at first, I thought it tasted a little sweet.
Really?
That could be the cocoa, maybe the cocoa.
Maybe.
we associate cocoa with like sweetness over here because we use it on a lot of our desserts. So
Yep.
I could definitely kind of. You probably have never had cocoa.
No.
Because he's allergic to chocolate and things
Yeah.
like that.
So now you can. We did
Calories.
chocolate truffles, but with no chocolate, just the locust,
Oh.
and it became salty a little bit because they have some salt in it.
I definitely taste the cocoa because I was first thinking it was like it's kind of sweet. It reminded me of like a dessert. So I was
Nice.
like, it wasn't that bad.
Honestly, I don't hate it.
I didn't hate.
It's
I
not
could
bad.
see the wings, taking the wings off, because I felt like I had to make sure my teeth were clean. But like, it wasn't
But
bad.
since I sent you the product, did you notice that there was one thing missing from the animal?
Hang on, let me take another look.
Do they have legs?
Legs.
Legs?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The legs are missing. When you put the locust into that small jar, the legs come off.
Ah.
So I started collecting the legs. I have tons of boxes next to me with locust legs, and I did nothing with it. And then my son came up with an idea. He said, "Don't throw it away. Why don't you deep fry it? Add some spices. Maybe you get something interesting." So what I have here is spicy locust legs, and that's a new product that we sell.
Oh.
When we talked and I sent you the message, I did not have the product. So this is
Right.
Oh.
the spicy locust legs, and you won't believe how delicious it is. I'm using some paprika, garlic, salt, and habanero
That would be good.
powder.
Yeah.
And that's the crunchiest animal you ever ate. And it's just delicious. All I need is a little bit of beer next to it.
So it probably tastes like the crickets I had, or the grasshoppers at the Mexican wedding, because they were spicy.
Yeah,
They were very
chili and lime.
spicy and the chili lime flavor.
So this is a little bit more smoky flavored because of the paprika and garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, it's not that bad though.
it's super delicious. And you tasted the whole locust. You did not reach for the second one. With the legs, with the spicy legs, people are reaching for the second and third. It's
Right.
so good.
Really.
And they buy the product just like that.
Yeah, like I feel like I'd really like that. I like spicy things.
Okay. I'll send you some habanero flavored locust legs.
Hey, that'd be great.
Send us two. Send us two. Now, how much protein would you say is in the average size locust? Like, if you had to, like, how many grams of protein?
Well, first, it's about the protein content. When you eat a beef steak or a chicken breast, you get about 21% protein in the product. Locust, the whole animal, 72% protein.
Wow.
So that's 3.5 times more. But of course, the animal is smaller. So a single locust weigh around 1 gram
Right.
when it's dried. So it's 0.7 grams. But it's not about the size of the animal, it's the amount of protein. So 1 full spoon of locust is equal to almost a third of your daily protein intake. And that's insane.
Wow.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't recommend getting all the protein from a single source. So don't use only locust. Diversify your diet always.
Well, Austin was on his way to doing that, so I'm glad you clarified.
Yeah, I was about to say,
No,
about
no.
3 dozen of these. I'm gonna, no.
It's not healthy. Don't do that. You need,
Yeah.
well, they're packed with essential nutrients, but still, you need to diversify your diet. Always.
Right. Well, man, thank you so much for these. I actually enjoyed them, and I know I've got some sons at home. I know they'll want to try them too. So
Yeah, I got some friends. I need to take a couple with me. And
Yeah.
Ziploc bag. I'm like, hey, y'all gonna try this?
Did you try the energy bars?
you want to try one?
Let's try them. And so
What
these,
I love
the
about
other
this
products-
product, that's the chocolate protein shake you're
Shake.
holding.
So these products just have, it's like the powder, right? Like
The
the locust
powder,
powder ground
If
up.
you'll open it and smell it, it smells like the powder smells like Nesquik. Also the flavor.
Okay.
It's Nesquik. Now, the energy bars, the story behind them, what we try to do is use as much as possible foods from the Bible and the desert. So the main ingredient is dates.
Dates,
Hmm.
blood dates.
And
That's good.
so dates and locust, that's the sugars and the protein. And we also added for the additional crunchiness some peanuts and cashews.
Nice.
Okay.
Now these don't have chocolate in them, right?
No chocolate.
Okay.
You're good.
It's healthier than any other energy bar you had. No added sugar, just the basic
Yeah.
ingredients, and
Yeah,
that's it.
these do taste good.
I like it that it's not super thick either.
Yeah.
Here in America, a lot of our protein bars are just too thick and chewy.
Because it's about the number of protein, the number of grams of protein in the product, and instead of just chasing the protein, you have to remember that it's supposed to be food first. So the most important thing in food, it have to be taste. Taste is number one. It's not
Right.
Yeah,
about the
that-
amount
that's
of
good.
protein.
That's good.
I had
You might be my favorite guest because you fed us.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's healthy. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the protein bar is real good. I would eat that. I could eat
But
that.
the protein shake you cannot try it because there are some chocolate flavors. I don't know what would be
Right.
the impact. Don't try it.
I can try chocolate.
Yeah, he'll like that.
I'm not allergic.
No, so through this journey, one of our segments of our podcast, we have it's called the Milk of Human Kindness. And what that is just like a kind story that you can share with us, like maybe through this journey, either from a customer or somebody that may be dealing with one of the rabbis that helped you to get it to be included again. But do you have a good story for us on that?
Well, you know what? Yes, there's tons of stories because when you are an entrepreneur, I don't know how many times you had the chance to talk to entrepreneurs and have them really tell the real story behind the startup and the journey. Because usually you just read the headlines in the news. They sold this company, they raised this amount of money, they went bankrupt, and that's it. You don't
Right.
really see the human story behind it. And being an entrepreneur is being alone. You have the entire world working against you. It's investors, it's the shareholders, it's the partners, the employees, the suppliers. Everyone around you are just complaining that you're not meeting your goals and you're not meeting your targets. It's not an easy tour. It has a lot of impact on your house, on your family, your wife, your children. It's not easy. It's not simple. It's quite horrible. And when you find someone, a person that is just willing to speak with you, provide some support, mental or professional, these are the people you want to have around you. I met many, not enough, but I did meet a lot of people that I can say that are, I can call them my closest friends now. Because at the hardest times, when you just want to not even get out of bed because of all the problems around you, they were the persons that I could get up in the morning, speak to, share a little bit of the burden, and make the next step in this journey. So I would mention there are so many of them, some amazing persons around us. And even if you think that they're not able to provide you any added value, they're not professionals, they know nothing about the market or the product, but there are persons that are willing to sit down, listen, provide some support, provide some positive energy. That's the place. And I think the way I got to receiving this kosher permit is one example. When we were trying to scale up from just from the garage of one of the founders and get a larger facility to grow the Locust, we were not able to find one because we need to meet the regulation and we need someone to rent the place. And we've been trying for, I think, almost half a year. Spent a lot of money and time not moving forward. And I reached out to the head of the local municipality. And 5 minutes later, we had a place. He just
Wow.
found one. And you think, wow, that's amazing. That's great. It saved us. But that's not the story. The story was a few years later, I was trying to get the ingredient into other food manufacturers' facilities in Israel. I had to have a kosher permit. I did not know how to do it. Everyone I talked to told me that it's not going to work. And I called him because he solved me one problem, and I asked him, can you help? A couple of hours later, he told me to come directly to his office. He brought the head rabbi at his municipality, and 3 years later, we got a kosher permit.
Wow.
Wow.
And you know how much I paid for it?
How much?
Nothing.
Wow.
Zero. People do not believe me because
Yeah, that's incredible.
the kosher became an industry. If you want to have a kosher permit, you need to pay a lot.
Right.
I just revived a kosher tradition. I worked with a lot of rabbis. The leading rabbis in Israel worked with me, visited me. I visited them. They did a lot of work. I did not pay a single cent for that.
Wow.
And all thanks to him. So that's a person that did not get anything. I'm, he's the head of the municipality, but I'm not living there. I can't even vote for him.
Mm-hmm.
He just opened his door, make a few phone calls, and every time I'm in trouble, I can reach out and call to his personal mobile phone, and I'll get an answer in seconds.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So that's an example, and we need to find those persons, because the person that will tell us that we're not doing the right thing, that we are
Mhm.
wrong, that we are not meeting the targets, well, I have tons of them. I don't need to look for them. They find me easily.
Right.
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 Well, I think that's huge because a lot of times, like you're saying, with entrepreneurs, you see the one person, but there's really a team of people, even supporting and encouraging. And then, a lot of times finding that one person that can help you to get to that next step is huge. Now, I know you have a lot of people kind of speaking against what you're doing that you're saying that weren't supporting your journey. Now, do you use that as motivation, or do you just kind of ignore that, or how do you handle that?
That's a great question, because when we started posting on social media, I was sure that everyone will love us and will support us because
Mhm.
I'm the optimistic entrepreneur. But then we started getting some negative reactions. And I was thinking, what should be the right response? One option is, let's just ignore them. But it means that you're leaving the stage to them. Every post, you get negative reactions, and it's up there. Another option was try to fight them, answer back, which also is not as good, because you're getting into a war with an internet troll, and you're
Right.
not going to win any of these wars.
Mhm.
Another option was, let's block them. Let's just block them. Let's even report what they're doing. But again, you need the algorithm to support what you're doing. It's also
Right.
not a good policy. And eventually I realized that, you know what? There is no reason for them to attack me, because I'm not forcing anyone to do something.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm just trying to revive a lost biblical food, and I'm trying to make the world a better place. If you want to support, go ahead, buy the product, try it. If you want to take part, try the product. If you want to support malnourished people in Africa, we are the right address. If not, move ahead. Leave us alone,
Right.
because we're not forcing anyone to eat bugs.
Mhm.
Right.
And I started answering everyone personally. I'm replying to every comment on social media. I'm trying, at least I'm trying to personally, and just respectful answers. If they're mentioning some kind of a myth, which is not wrong, I'm trying to provide the real answers, backed by research, backed by quotes from the Bible. And beside that, I'm just offering them an opportunity. They can make their own choice.
Right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy, because I got some reactions we were just negative, based on faith. Others just political responses, especially these days with Israel.
Mhm.
But as I moved along, the first half a year was hard, but then mainly our Instagram became viral with about 5 million views. and then it got to a point where when people wrote something negative about me, some of the supporters started responding.
Right.
And that was amazing, because then I felt I'm doing something that is meaningful to people. If they can support me and protect me, it means that what I did was meaningful to them. And that was the energy I needed.
No, I think that's great, man. Like I've watched a lot of your videos, and it's so hard for me to understand why somebody would be negative about it. Like you're always friendly in them. You know, they're enjoyable videos, and you know, but you know, I think in whatever you do, people are going to find something. So
So kind of
Correct.
what are your next steps, Jordan? You know, kind of your next, you know, your plans and stuff for Holy Locust, and where you want to be in like 5 years from now.
Well, I'll start with America. Uh, right now, we are selling on some stores. For example, the Museum of the Bible in Washington,
Okay.
and the products are selling very well there. Um, and So my main goal is to expand our distribution network across the U.S. to find more stores, more distributors, and collaborate with communities. Bring that message and let them enjoy the products, because I think the products are good.
mhm.
While we expand the products, and we have amazing products, not only the gummies, we have great crackers. You love those. So that's the goal for America. Another goal is to enter the Muslim world. In Saudi Arabia, 26% of the population eat locusts. That's an incredible number. That's a research done 2 months ago. So it's quite
Yeah.
new. And my goal is to launch, it will be a different brand. It will not be Holy Locust. I can even share with you what will be the name of that brand. It is called Jarad el Arab, which means in Arabic, the locust of the Arabs.
Okay.
And my goal is next year to start to launch that brand in Saudi Arabia. And this is a huge goal, huge task, because there are no relations between Israel and Saudi. So for an Israeli to sell there, that could be huge. That's an amazing story. And in 5 years, my goal is to have such a presence in the consumer market that the traditional food producers will say, you know what? I'm on board.
Right.
So Coca-Cola will come up with a cocktail called John the Baptist. You can check that. There is a cocktail called John the Baptist.
Huh.
Really?
So I want Coca-Cola to sell that to the masses. I want dairy producers to sell milk or cheese based on locust. I want sausages and burgers being sold. So try to imagine going to Chick-fil-A, eating some chicken nuggets made of locust.
Right.
Yeah.
We produce those. They are delicious.
No,
So
that's great, man. And it seems like how this product works is it can expand into so many things.
yeah, it's a protein ingredient. You can find soy protein almost anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's the same ingredient. Of course, we are still at an early stage of development, so production cost is high. We're not competitive in terms of costs,
Mm-hmm.
but we are highly competitive in the health benefits and sustainability benefits that we provide. And as we go and grow, costs will go down, and we will be able to produce or provide foods that are not only delicious and healthy, that will be also efficient and can feed
Right.
the world.
You know, I've been to that Noah's Ark encounter in Kentucky,
Yeah.
and this could go really well there. Like I feel like
Uh,
because that and the Creation Museum are owned by the same people, and man, I could see your product doing really well there.
I agree with you. I've been trying to reach out to them so many times, and
Mhm.
so far unsuccessful. So if you can open the door, I'm your man.
Hey, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
That could be so much fun. Try to imagine Noah's Ark, and at the end you receive a taste of a biblical food.
Right, right.
Absolutely.
No,
It's
but
supposed to be an
yeah,
amazing museum.
Oh, it is.
It-
It is.
It's very impressive. It is very impressive.
So yeah, because they, they made the art based off biblical description with size and everything. So,
Incredible.
but now, have you had any through this journey? Have you had any funny experiences, just that like kind of shocked you, or anything that you just found very humorous along the way?
Uh, Listen, I'm trying to sell Locust to the world. Every day is insane.
I'm selling bugs. Like what?
Listen, we won the Israeli President Award 3 years ago for companies that changed the world. So I've been to the Israeli Parliament, the Knesset, to receive a
Wow.
prize. Try
Wow.
to imagine going through the Israeli security with Locust, telling them, I just exactly, we just won a prize for these. We came up to collect the prize from the president.
Wow.
That's a reliable story, isn't it?
Right.
Right. Like
we
sure
won-
you dare.
And we won another competition called Pitch at Palace that was organized and hosted by the Palace in the UK. And the sponsor of the competition was Prince Andrew.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So 2 weeks before the ceremony at Buckingham Palace, this entire story around him exploded. So we were so excited coming to Buckingham Palace, presenting the Locust in Buckingham Palace, but because of all the issue around it, they reduced the size of the conference and put it in a small hotel at the end of London, and we just missed an amazing experience. I do have a photo of me standing with the Royal Guards. They brought 2 of them to the conference. So
nice.
I've been there with the Locust, but and I have a sign that I pitched at the palace, but it was next to the palace, not at the palace.
Right. Not that did the guards try the locusts or they
They're not supposed to. They're not doing anything. They're just standing still.
Yeah.
And you know what? The last story, you probably remember that there was a huge company called WeWork,
Yes.
and when they were at their height, they held a competition called Get what was the name? The Creator Award. They held an event in Israel, in Tel Aviv, back in 2017. About 274 startups registered to the competition, and the competition was held along the day. At the end of the day, at night, they had about 5,000 people in the audience. They picked up the 5 finalists. I was there on stage, and at the end of the evening, confetti was flying on me, on my wife. We won that competition, and you're standing there covered with confetti, thinking, what just happened? I just talked about Locust, and I just won a $360,000 check for that, and a lot of confetti in this huge event, and you're standing there and you're shocked. What's going on?
Right.
So
that's
a lot
great.
of events like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love to hear that, and I love to hear how well y'all are doing with it, because it's such a unique thing. But I think it's phenomenal, and I'd be excited to see more locust powder and things than soy powder. So maybe you can take over a lot of that soy industry.
Honestly, it sounds more appealing.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather, I don't know, soy over locust. Like I just don't like soy anyways. In general.
Right.
You know what? Did you ask a vegan about the alternatives? Ask them, as vegans and vegetarians, what do you prefer, locust powder or soy powder? So you probably will guess that the response will be, well, I'm not eating animals. You're hurting animals when you're producing locust. Well, actually, if you look at the facts, when you grow soy, the farmers hurt many more animals than growing locust. First, they cut the forest and destroy the entire habitat in the region. Then, when they grow the soy, they use pesticides and traps to kill any left animals in the region before they eat the soy.
Hmm.
And then so that resource, they kill the animals in a nasty way. That resource is just being wasted, and at the same time they destroy the land and the water sources. They pollute them.
Mm.
So going Locust is more humane and more
Right.
sustainable than soy.
Hmm.
Now try pitching that to vegans. Good luck with that.
Right, right.
Yeah.
No, so the one thing that I love about you, man, is you have so much joy and so happy. And one of the things that we hear about in news here in America, we hear about the war that is happening in Israel and everything. And I think right now we're at a calmer time, it seems. But just recently, right?
Yeah.
Like what's that like? Just living everyday life with all that going on around you.
This is something I cannot even explain because they're doing surveys every year. Where can you find the happiest, most optimistic population? Israel is always on the top 5 in the world. And when you look at the news, it's war all the time. There's so
Right.
many problems with Israel, and you try to figure out why. And I believe this is probably the reason we are still surviving here. This endless optimism
Mm-hmm.
that we can do things that no one else can. If it's about making the world a better place, if it's about developing the military system that will protect us and will keep our advantage. Because look at the numbers. There are 10 million people living in Israel. 2 million of them are Arabs, Muslim and Christian Arabs. There are over 300 million Muslims, Arab Muslims living around us. And usually they're trying to kill us. And we are still here after so many wars.
Right.
So it's about this optimism. This is about the joy. And this is why you see so many startups, because being an entrepreneur, you have to be the most optimistic person on the planet. As simple as that. And you have to be persistent because it will take a lot of time and you're going to tackle so many problems, especially people, and you have to overcome it. And that's optimism and joy. That's it.
Right. No, that's great. So one thing I'd like to see from you is I would like you to give us some tips on the things that you do to help stay optimistic and maybe that people can incorporate in their lives. I know every morning you get up and you run.
Number
So
one.
I'm sure that's a big part of it, because one of the things we're big on is we're big on fitness, and we ruck a lot as well. So we'll put on like the military style rucksack and then go walking with the weighted backpacks.
Wow.
And we do that every day. So
You're insane.
If you should try it, you should try it.
yeah,
It's
it's
a lot of
awesome.
fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a good
I'm-
workout.
I hear you, but running with no weight on me, I want to be fast.
Right.
When I was young, I was running so fast I could feel the wind in my hair.
Right.
It's a while back.
So exercising on a daily basis, that's number one.
Mhm.
Adrenaline, that's the best way to get it. So I would start with that. Beside that, I think it's the notion that we have so little time on this planet. We were given a present to be here. If you look at the math, the statistics, what's the chance of being born and being healthy? It's insane. It's so much. The chances are so much smaller than winning the lottery. And we are here, and we have so little time in terms of the universe. Just
Right.
let's say 80 to 100 years, 120 years. Let's try to do the best out of it. Let's stop thinking about wars. Let's try to think about enjoying what we do. Let's try to make this place a better place for everyone, not only ourselves. Leave something behind us that is positive. So with this notion, for me, every day is a happy journey, because this is exactly what I'm trying to do. And because of that, I'm not afraid of failure,
Right.
which is really important for startups, because the only way to be 100% failure free is to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If you try to do something, there is a chance you're going to fail. The bigger the chance, the bigger the failure. So I'm trying. I'm failing every day, and I'm just keep going on. That's long distance running.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know that for sure. What's the hardest step in every training? Every day, it's the same step.
Right.
The hardest one.
The first step.
The first step.
So
Getting up when it's snowing, raining, super
right.
hot.
Right.
You're hungry. Your kids need something. You need something to do at work. So many commitments around you. Excuses why not? Tons of them. Endless. Excuses why to do it? Just one. Just do it. Well, it's
Right.
not promotion for Nike, but yeah. But it's just make the first step. If you'll make the first step, 99% of the training is done.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've had those days when I didn't want to run or I didn't want to go to the gym,
Yeah.
and once you get there, you're like, well, I'm here now, so I might as well do something.
Exactly. For me, it's standing outside of the building, looking at the heavy rain, dark at night, hungry after a long day, and thinking, first step outside, I'm going to be super wet. It's so cold. It's so wet. It's so miserable. Once you made that step, it's going to be, it's from now on, it's going to get only better.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you fall in a puddle and it gets worse.
But then you get up, you take another step. And
Right.
Absolutely. Actually falling in a puddle is a lot of fun. Now we have a
you
story.
do-
Now we have a story to tell to everyone.
Right.
You should start in the puddle, and then everything gets better after that.
Good
Yeah,
luck with that. No.
What a weighted backpack. You go
Right.
jump in the
Actually, I'm thinking about the next day because next day, 4:30 a.m. Now I have wet shoes from yesterday,
right.
which is horrible to start the day with.
Right. Right. Well, man, thank you so much for coming on with us today. I've really enjoyed having you. It's been incredibly special, and I love what you're doing. Like I told you, even though I'm a Christian here in America, I still eat biblically clean, and so you taught me a lot of things that I found very interesting, and definitely would love to see your Locust get into more markets here in America. So definitely want to support that. We will try to see what we can do reaching out to the Ark Encounter people, try to see what we can do helping out there. But man, just thank you for who you are, man. You have so much joy, and I appreciate that, and I love what you're doing.
You're a good way to start our day. I'll say on this side.
Right.
We're just 10 a.m. here. But
Right.
yeah, man, it's been an honor getting to talk with you today. I mean, I was taking notes, just kind of listening to different things you were saying, from just having joy to the Locust brand and things like that. So, I mean, I was pretty blown away. So I appreciate you taking time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun. Next time I need to tell you about why locusts are the cleanest food you can find. By the way, in the Bible, they are mentioned as the pure food
Interesting.
because they eat
No, that
only
is
they eat only the fresh grass with no pesticides or fertilizers. Other insects
Oh.
eat all kinds of organic waste. They can't. So they are picky eaters. It's healthier for you than any other insect.
Wow. It's almost like God knew what he was doing when he said, eat the locust.
Listen, read the
Um,
Bible. It's amazing. If you look
Right,
at
right.
if you look at Exodus, it's one of the plagues, but it's a unique plague because when they destroy all the crops of Egypt, read the text. It says that God made them disappear because he didn't want the Egyptians to have food, and the locusts were the food.
wow.
So it's really
like I've read that so
exciting.
many times, but never thought about the disappear part. So
Um,
now it's all coming together after you sharing that.
Listen, I learned about that last year. It
Right.
was new for me as well. I was really shocked by it, and it makes sense. Some people believe that they were manna from heaven. If you think about it, that's the only food that can fall on your head in the middle of the desert.
Mm,
Right.
A locust worm.
right. That's interesting.
That makes
So
sense.
there's a lot of stories around it. As I said, it's just the beginning of the journey. I'm still learning.
Right.
Wow.
Well, man, how can people find you?
They can look for holylocust.com. That's a website. They can always send direct messages to me, Dror at holylocust.com. I always love responding to those conversations. And you know what? If you're happy with it, we can even provide them a special coupon, a discount through you to any of our products on our store.
Oh, that'd be
That'd be
great.
great. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we'd love to do that. So,
So we will have a Rojo coupon code.
okay, great.
That'd be great.
No, thank you. And definitely get this product. It's good. These energy bars were fabulous, and honestly, the Locust they were good. Like, and it could be a fun party thing too, or a conversational thing. So,
So I
well,
was just thinking about that. So this week is Thanksgiving week here. It's a big holiday here in the States where all of our family gets to. I'm like, I want to take one of these energy bars, not tell them what's in it, cut it up and have people try it. I'm like, oh,
well, we should have done this before Halloween. That's a real trick or treat.
oh yeah, go ahead and pass out Locust.
speaking of Halloween, one of my favorite, when I was as a kid, we could only dress up as biblical characters for Halloween. So one of my first characters was John the Baptist.
Oh, come on. And then you get the John the Baptist energy bar.
Right.
No, thank you.
Eat actual locust. That was
Oh, chocolate covered locust.
right.
No, man, we appreciate you. Rojo family, I hope you loved this interview, man. I love this guy. He's a lot of fun and he's doing great things. Check out his Instagram as well.
Right.
He's putting new stuff out every day. As far as Life with Rojo, just a couple things to remember. We've got our Laughs and Lattes events coming up, and it's a comedy show with, two fantastic comedians, and it's going to be clean, family friendly, and we're going to have a good time with that. So tickets are selling fast. So we've only got a few left. So if you want to get it, you need to go ahead and order your ticket in advance.
Right.
And then also we have our store on Amazon where you can get your Life with Rojo shirts. We have a Thanksgiving line right now that if you order early in the week, you can get them by Thanksgiving, but you can also get this is the Life with Rojo rucking shirt. And we have ours with the Life with Rojo logo and tumblers and all kind of stuff. So check it out.
Find us on Life with Rojo on all social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Am I missing one?
I don't.
TikTok. There's
Yeah.
a lot of them. But find us Life with Rojo. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
I'd like to introduce myself. I don't believe that we have ever met.